Hey everybody, this is the Game Corner Pocket number 5. This is the follow-up for the Pokemon news regarding the video I put up late last night. In it, I talked about the PS5 cancellation and a little bit about what's been going on in the world, because that's what led up to the cancellation of that event. Anyways, at the very end, I also mentioned that the Japanese official Pokemon Twitter was going to be making an announcement regarding the Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass for the Isle of Armor and whatnot. That happened at 9 a.m. this morning. There has been quite a bit circling the internet since that's been done, so I'm going to go through the details that have been posted online, because there's quite a bit to go over here. So this is going to be the only thing I talk about in this video. So let's get right to it. Pokemon Company posted the trailers online. You can find it in English and Japanese on YouTube. I, of course, can't play them because of copyright issues. Otherwise, I would have them somewhere in the background or something. The trailer shows the expansion pass for the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, which is what the second image was. I said it looked like a crown or like the tip of a scepter. So I was kind of right. It is a crown. Trailer gives us a look at some new battles, battling more trainers, the Gigantamax forms for Blastoise and Venusaur. They show us more for Kubfu, which is a new legendary Pokemon you get in the Isle of Armor. It also evolves into a Pokemon called Urshifu. It's going to be a fighting type Pokemon, I believe, or it might have a second form, a second typing, not a form. In the Crown Tundra, we'll get a legendary Pokemon called Calyrex. I probably pronounced that wrong, so I don't know the correct pronunciation if that's not it. We still don't know too much about the second one. However, we were shown glimpses of Gigantamax Mewtwo, various other Gigantamax legendaries. We've seen a glimpse of Galarian Zapdos, Articuno Moltres, Galarian Slowbro, stuff like that. We're going to be going over this stuff, throughout this video. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield are available now. Isle of Armor expansion will release on June 17th. So that is 2 weeks away. Also, if you can hear my fan in the background, I apologize. It is way too fucking hot right now not to have it on. So, more information was posted following the trailers. We have a couple of new moves to talk about and other stuff here. So the Isle of Armor, there is a new item called the Cramomatic, which lets you synthesize items into new items. It's a recycling machine at the dojo. It allows you to throw 4 items together and synthesize a new item. You can use it to create various items such as Pokeballs and PP ups. You can also create rare items depending on the combination. New moves, we have Burning Jealousy. It's a fire type move that can be taught starting with the expansion. When it hits a Pokemon, it deals damage to all opposing Pokemon and burns all opposing Pokemon that had their stats boosted during the turn. Another move is called Grassy Glide. It's a new grass type move that can be taught starting with the expansion. This move has a high priority when used on grassy terrain. So if you use grassy terrain in a combination with this move, I guess it'll go first most times, if not all the time. There's also a new item called Dynamax Soup. This one is apparently a big one. This is a special kind of cooking item in the Isle of Armor that is made with rare ingredients found on the island. If a Pokemon with great hidden potential drinks the Dynamax Soup, it becomes a special Pokemon with the capability of Gigantamaxing. So pretty much, you have to have like I guess high IV Pokemon to be able to do this, and they probably have to have their hidden abilities, I would imagine. So basically, basically now, the game is basically going to let you Gigantamax pretty much everything, like any Pokemon available in the game, which I don't think I like that very much, because that means Gigantamaxing, if that's the case, Gigantamaxing doesn't seem like that much of a special feature anymore. You know, kind of like how Mega Evolution was, where only a certain amount of Pokemon had Mega forms. Gigantamaxing at first seemed like a big deal, but now if pretty much any Pokemon can do it, I don't think it's that much of a big deal anymore. I don't think I like that. I mean, it's cool. You know, any Pokemon, you know, you can use any of your favorite Pokemon to Gigantamax, but I just don't see that as a special feature of the game anymore. If any Pokemon can do it. In the Crown Tundra, we see something called a Dynamax Adventure. In Dynamax Adventures, you'll team up with 3 other trainers in Pokemon dens, where you have a chance of running into a Dynamax Pokemon. If you encounter one during an adventure, you'll need to work together with your allies to take it down and have a chance to catch it. So that's pretty much like any max raid. Only this may be a little different. This may be a little different from a max raid, but in the end, it pretty much results in a max raid. Here we have also something called the Galarian Star Tournament. After progressing through the Crown Tundra, you'll get to participate in the Galarian Star Tournament in the city of Winden. In this tournament, you'll get to battle various trainers you've met in the Pokemon Sword and Shield before. However, you'll also be able to pick a teammate and take on the tournament together. So that's pretty interesting. You can do it solo, or you can do it with a teammate. This is a breakdown of all the stuff that's being added to Sword and Shield with the expansions. So they're going to add, obviously, new areas. Cubfu and Urshifu is going to be in Isle of Armor. Calyrex will be in Tundra. Gigantamax forms of the starters will be in Isle of Armor. New regional forms will be in both. Pokemon that didn't appear in Sword and Shield, that'll be in both. New Pokedexes will be in both. New clothing will be in both. New Pokemon added to max raids will be in both. New items. The following will only be in the Isle of Armor, the next 3, which are new items, new tutor moves, and restricted sparring battle feature. And of course, the final one here, new co-op play mode, will be available in the Crown Tundra. And as I said before, the first one, the first part of this 2-part expansion pack, it comes out June 17th. So that's pretty cool. A lot there to talk about. You can check out, go on Twitter, you can check out Cerebi.net. Pretty much one of the biggest Pokemon sites out there. They are sharing a lot of these pictures and stuff. We get the new Reggies. There's 2 new Reggies called Regieleki. It's a electric type Pokemon, and Regidrago, which is going to be a dragon type Pokemon. Those are 2 new Reggie legendaries. Galarian Slowbro, which is going to be a poison psychic type, which I'm a little confused on, because I thought Galarian Slowpoke was a fire psychic type. So if I'm right about that, maybe I'm not. It's been a while since I played. How do you go from fire to poison when it evolves? Unless maybe it's going to do that, or Slowbro is going to be its own separate Pokemon that won't evolve from Slowpoke, which that wouldn't make sense to me. Maybe Slowking will be a fire psychic type when the Slowpoke evolves. Or maybe the Slowpoke just won't evolve at all, which would also be really stupid and wouldn't make sense. Galarian Zapdos is a fighting flying type this time around instead of electric flying. So that's interesting to see. Now, the trailer made it look like Urshifu, after it evolves, has two forms. One looked like it was using Ice Punch. One looked like it might have been using Fire Punch. Maybe it's not going to have two different evolutions. I don't think it will. Maybe it just knows how to use the elemental punches. Because that's not the first, fighting type that can do that. Like Hitmonchan can do it. So, that's something I've noticed from the trailer. And, so this is going to be interesting. They're also adding a bunch of Pokemon. One more thing to go over here. They also announced a mystery gift with Pokemon Home. You have to have made a transfer using the Pokemon Sword and Shield and the Pokemon Home apps. If you do that, you can get a Grookey, a Scorbunny, and a Sobble. You have a chance at, I guess, one of them. So I don't think you get all three. I don't know if you do get all three. Maybe you only get one. I don't know exactly how this works, but I am going to fiddle around with this and see how this does work. The starter you get will have its hidden abilities. However, you have to also have done, like I said, some transferring over. So the giveaway is immediately in effect via Pokemon Home. It also applies to both past and future trades. So if you've already done it, you can already get the mystery gift. If you haven't done any transferring yet, you can still do it now, I guess, and in the future, and get the mystery gift, so that's cool. If you have your Nintendo account linked to Pokemon Home and moved at least one Pokemon from one of the Switch games, transfer to the app. So I guess this includes Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu too. But it specifically said Sword or Shield before, so I'm not too sure. Because obviously you can't put the Galarian starters in Pikachu or Eevee. So you can download the... you have to use the Android or iOS app version of Pokemon Home, however, to do this. These are the steps in order to get your Pokemon. The instructions are as follows. Claiming these Pokemon Home mystery gifts. Once you've gone through the steps, you'll have a Grookey with Grassy Surge, a Scorbunny with Libero, and a Sobble with Sniper. Now it says a chance, so I would imagine you can get more than one of these. Is what it makes it sound like. You want to launch the mobile version of Pokemon Home, either the iOS or Android. You want to tap the button at the bottom of the screen to open the menu. Select Mystery Gifts, select Gift Box, select the gift box you'd like to claim. Select Claim, and then the Pokemon will be deposited into your Pokemon Home box. Pokemon Home, of course, is available now. I've been waiting for Pokemon Home actually to be compatible with Pokemon Go, so I can bring over a lot of extra Pokemon that I catch in Go and bring it over to Sword and Shield. So I'm actually going to see if that's actually compatible yet, because I haven't been keeping up with it. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much everything I have for Pokemon right now. We still don't know. We don't know the release date yet for Part 2. I'm going to say sometime in October. June 17th, of course, again for Isle of Armor. Don't go by what the Nintendo eShop says right now, because I did go on my Switch to check. Thankfully, if you do buy the expansion pass, you have to buy the expansion pass for $30. But you do get both DLCs. So that's good, because if you would have had to spend full price again on the game for 2 DLC, I think I would have lost my shit on that. But, so look forward to that. I will be, of course, live streaming it on Twitch. I will go back to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I also still have some post-game stuff I haven't done yet, so maybe I'll do a stream or two of that before the DLC comes out. So everything pretty good there. But yeah, the eShop, Nintendo has not updated the eShop yet with the updated release date for the Isle of Armor. Right now it still says June 30th, which obviously isn't correct. So that's all I have this time on the Game Corner Pocket. Over the next few days, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a video out. We're supposed to have a lot of rain, a lot of thunderstorms over the next 3.5 days, from tomorrow afternoon through Saturday evening, until about Saturday evening, I should say. The reason I say this is because for anybody who is new to my channel, whether you're a new sub to me, which I see I've had a handful of since I left YouTube and came back, so I appreciate that. And for anybody just coming across my video, about 2 years ago in September, actually on 9/11 day in 2018, my house was struck by lightning during a storm. My PC was damaged along with my internet box and other stuff. I had to get some things replaced, and I ended up having to rush build my new PC. So the current PC I have, I didn't get to finish it when I wanted to, so I had to swap out a couple of parts and put a couple lower end parts in it just to get it done. So that kind of sucks that happened, but that's the reason why now when there's storms in the forecast, I won't even go on my PC until it's over and done with. So if this is supposed to be on and off for the next 3.5 days, I'll probably just stay off the computer, the entire time. Of course, the forecast could change from now and then, so we'll see. But thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, my name is The Rose, and I'll catch your ass down the road.